Welcome to the 4th edition of the Insider's Guide to Mortgages. My name is Mike Rennick. I'm the senior broker and team lead of Team Rennick Real Estate Services, part of that great Keller Williams and the Water family. In this series, my guest is Mr. Brody Wiseman. Brody, welcome.
Great to be back.
Thanks for coming back again. We appreciate that. He's the branch manager for Element Funding, and we elect to partner through these videos with Brody because of his knowledge, his expertise, and his focus on customer service. Now, in this episode, something that's really kind of unique, but Brody's going to share how to have mortgage companies compete for your loan. And when that happens, when you leverage that process, you should ultimately get the best rate because you're going to make folks compete. So how does that work, Brody?
Well, personally, I don't like it when it happens to me. That's understandable, but
of course you win, right? You always win.
I always win, but
All
I
right.
want to tell clients how to get the best deal because very few people do this, and when it does happen, it typically results in them getting a lot better deal than what they would otherwise. So mortgage companies want to make a certain margin. I think we talked about that on the last video.
Week, yep.
That way everyone gets paid and everyone gets paid what they typically get paid. But what clients can do, and what I recommend someone watching this video do when they go about getting a mortgage, is go get a couple quotes. Because like I've said in a couple of these videos, you get qualified at one place, more than likely you're going to get qualified at every place. Mm-hmm. So what I always tell a client to do, or what I would like to tell a client watching this video to do, is go get a loan estimate when you get qualified for a mortgage. You find a house, go get a loan estimate. And maybe reach out to somebody else that your realtor also recommends, or somebody that you know in the area, or a bank that you're comfortable with, and give them that loan estimate.
Actually hand them the loan estimate. Okay.
I would advise that if I were a client. If I personally am shopping for a mortgage, being a loan officer, knowing how the process works, give them the loan estimate. And what's likely going to happen is that person is then going to actually dip into a little bit of their margin and come up with a better deal for you. They're going to try to beat that interest rate, and they're going to try to give you a reason to work with them.
And they do that by actually maybe cutting their profit just a little bit.
They're going to cut their profit down because something is always better than nothing. So they're going to find out where their floor is, what they're comfortable with, and they'll most likely offer you that. And then something that I think clients should do, and it's just a thing of respect, is if you are shopping, make sure you're informing your loan officers that you're doing that. And what you're going to find is they're going to get down to where they can. They're going to go to their floor price. And at that point, you go with either what the better deal is, or if that difference is somewhat negligible, go with who you're comfortable with. And that's
Makes
another
sense.
part of leveraging as a client. You start talking about other lenders being involved in the process. You're ensuring that you're getting the absolute best service. Because now this person knows they're in a competitive situation, that they have to compete for your business, that they have to do an exceptional job because you're an educated buyer who's going out there shopping the market and potentially taking your business elsewhere. So that's my big point to clients sitting at home, is you got more options than you think you do regarding mortgages. Make sure you do your due diligence and get the best deal that you're getting, because at the end of the day, we're talking about something that may last you 30 years, and we're talking about tens of thousands of dollars that when you're getting these mortgages may seem like a negligible thing.
So it's all about competition.
Yes.
You want to look at customer service. You want to look at follow-up during the approval process. You want to look at the cost. Cost isn't the only factor. But just like almost anything we purchase, mortgages are a competitive market. And hopefully what Brody has shared this week and also last week will put you in a better position to get the best product out there. I want to thank you for watching. Brody, again, excellent job. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again next week with more information on the Insider's Guide to Mortgages. Thanks, everyone.